What's up, my Bloveslife? What's up, my Bloveslife?
I got the sauce. Smackalicious. Beat love, beat love, beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
You guys, I know y'all tired of these car bangs, but listen, we gotta get them in. We gotta get them in. Y'all, I'm gonna start my shout outs again on tomorrow. You guys will see a full seafood boil. So you know what? I know I haven't been doing my seafood boils, but y'all been wanting some more food, okay? So we're gonna say grace. We're gonna get it in.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this food and drink that we're about to receive. And we pray, Lord, that you would bless it, that it may be nourishing to our bodies. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Kind of got it mixed up there, huh?
I was about to say something else.
Oh.
And yeah, so.
Woo, y'all! Now look what we got here.
South Side.
Listen to me.
South Side.
South Side BBQ out in what?
South Side Chicago
Atlanta,
BBQ,
Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Come on, baby. I'm ready for you to open up so we can get the thumbnail.
Oh, that's what we doing?
Now, he has plain.
Y'all know how to get plain.
But listen, y'all. Look at them links. So, this is the... Y'all, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
She ready.
I'm ready. Okay. You said Grace already, right?
I said
y'all,
Grace.
I'm excited because they said this is supposed to be like Chicago.
You know the sauce
we'll
is
see.
everything, so this is about to be a taste test.
Okay. I'm ready to be done.
I ain't got no sauce, so...
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Meat's good, though.
Meat is good.
Let me ask you. Because you know we always compare. I-57?
Let me see. It's close.
Close?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It's extremely close. It's not their barbecue sauce, I-57, but it's sisters.
Alright, sister.
They're definitely sisters.
Alright, sisters are the cousin.
It's sisters.
Okay.
How's it link?
How's good? Yeah.
And it's smoked. It's smoked too, y'all. It's good. If you are missing and never tasted I-57 Chicago, I-57 barbecue, come to South Side Barbecue.
South Side Chicago BBQ.
South Side Chicago BBQ out in Atlanta, y'all. Listen, y'all. We have to drive a whole hour for this.
Dang there.
No, it was an hour. Well,
Yeah, depending on what time of day you come.
it was 45 minutes for us.
If you're coming from...
But if we would have did it earlier, it would have been definitely an hour. For the traffic.
Earlier or later, definitely would have been an hour.
I got 2 of these, y'all. And they drowning just like Chicago. So they put the 2 pieces of bread at the bottom. That's how you know it's a Chicago thing. You got the 2 pieces of bread at the bottom, then you got the fries on top, and then you got the meat on top, and then you got the sauce all around it. And they stay crowded too. I mean, busy.
Especially for a rainy day.
Now, if you gonna come, y'all need to come and only put two at a time in the place.
Yeah, COVID, 2 at a time in the lobby. But they got a little seating area outside where you can kind of sit down. They got a couple benches, so if it's not too crowded, at least you got a seat. And it's up under a little roof, so you ain't getting rained on.
That was good. I think all this gonna get ate today. I know people, they call us like, what is they doing? We eating? We are eating.
Yeah,
So,
barbecue good.
So y'all, we have story time. Y'all gonna give my shout out tomorrow. So
We don't call it story time. Rules of the road.
Yeah, we just saw an accident right before our eyes. Right in front of us. Car in front of us.
We out here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and I'm telling y'all, I ain't seen so many accidents. It's for the last couple of days. People on the side of the road, cars all cracked up. But literally, like, we was driving down here to this place, and there was a car in front of us, and we were going under these bridges, right? And I think, and they were going pretty fast.
And why y'all raining?
Because I think they came from like the lane off to the side. I got a pepper in my throat, y'all. Pepper in my throat.
In the throat?
Yeah. From that high lane. So anyway, I think she came from like a lane over to the right of us, and she came up and she tried to switch lanes right up underneath the bridge. And you know, it's raining a little bit, and it was slick under that bridge, and she just spun around, spun out, and slammed into a truck, a semi. You know, that semi wasn't phased. And for the most part, except for like her wheels and the hubcap flew out and all that other stuff, seemed like everybody was okay. So we're happy about that. You know, but man, you got to be slow out here. You got to be going slow. You can't be, especially when they say when it first starts to rain like that, when you get that drizzle, that's the worst part, because it's not soaked enough. It's just enough for you to hydroplane. And that's exactly what she did. But the good part about it was like no other cars around. I mean, we were like right behind us, but like there was a good gap of cars between us and the next set of cars, except for that semi that was on the right of her. Or she ended up sliding into.
This is really good.
That worked out pretty good for her, though.
It
I'm
did.
gonna tell you.
Guys, he was scared too.
I know. I was just thinking to myself, cause y'all, back in the day, when I was going to school and working at the same time, I was working a full-time job, and I was going to school full-time, and I was driving an hour every day to go to school. And one day, I got off work at 11 o'clock at night, went home and did homework, and then, because literally I would go to school, come home, that's an hour drive, then I'd have to be at work at 3, because I work 3 to 11:30. And so I would come home, do as much homework as I could, grab something to eat, and then go to work till like 11:30, get off work, come home, do the rest of my homework, and then I would get up in the morning and drive again an hour to go to school. And so one day I was tired, and it was one of them hot days. You know, them kind of days where you get in the car and the AC be blasting. So I'm driving, AC's blasting. It's an hour drive. I just got done with a full day of school, and I don't know what happened. I was just tired, man. You don't know how tired you are sometimes. So I fell asleep, y'all. I fell asleep on the highway, and
Really?
I hit one of the mile markers. You know them things say, "Oh, you at mile 57." I hit one of them, and I hit it right in front of the driver's side headlight, just up underneath the driver's side wheel, and it was enough. You know, they pretty strong, them green ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was strong enough to pop me up on 2 wheels. See, I had woken up, but I woke up too late. I woke up when I hit the little ridge. You know how you ain't going off the road and
Yeah.
So I hit the ridge, and I woke up and I swerved back, but it wasn't in time before I hit the mile marker. And when I swerved back like that, it literally put me up on 2 wheels. So I'm up on 2 wheels now. By the grace of God, there was no cars in front of me. There was cars behind me, but they were way far behind me. I could see them in the rearview mirror. And there wasn't no cars in front of me or around me. So I'm up on 2 wheels. I finally slammed it back down, and I promise you, by the time I got to the Marengo, Hampshire tollway, some of y'all from the Rockford area, y'all know what I'm talking about. When I got to that tollway, paid that little toll, and I pulled over right after the toll, I was shaking like a leaf, man. I got out, whole driver's side and to the left of my car was gone. The light, the bumper, the everything. It was all wiped off.
It had to be alive.
I don't know.
This happened before I met him, y'all. And I was like, wow. And even when that lady just did that spun out in front of us, I was just so like, man, thanking God for her that she's alive. And I hope that she give praise to God. Because if that had been a lot of cars,
that would have been a disaster.
That would have been a disaster. She would have definitely lost her life.
Yeah, it was
definitely.
A lot bad because she was going pretty fast, and she was hydroplaning sideways.
And y'all,
I mean, just right across the road.
And like did you say that was
and
ball
spin around
tires?
backwards. Yeah, it's probably what it was. You know, because the conditions
rain
really weren't that bad.
Right.
If you had been like paying attention and everything, so and the way she went and swerved one way and swerved back and spent around, she probably didn't have the best of tires on it because it wasn't a lot of water like it was hydroplane. Because we were all driving through it, and it wasn't even enough water on the road to where the water splashes up when you're driving through it. No, it was nothing like that. It was just like the first part of a rain. So we were driving on the highway and it was kind of dry, and then under the underpass of the thing, that's the water be dropping down. It was wet under there, and she hit it.
And that's why Nate said it's so important that we just and I know sometimes the finances ain't there to really
rotate the tires.
He said rotate your tires, and sometimes try to get it so you can get some new tires because sometimes our tires get bald. We've been there. We understand.
I've done it before. She was driving my we had a car a long time ago, and it was my car, and she was driving it for whatever reason for a while, and I hopped in it, and it was a snowy day. It was a real snowy day, and I hopped in it, and I was like, it wasn't actively snowing, but it was a lot of snow on the ground, and I hopped in it. And I was being crazy in the snow, y'all. You know how it is when you're younger. I was doing my little donuts in the parking lot or whatever. And then I pull out of the parking lot, all fast, trying to make a little left. And I slid right into the curb, cracked my rim. I'm talking about cracked the whole rim, y'all. Like a whole big old chip piece out of my rim. Rim cost me $500 to fix. And I was like, I've been doing this forever and ever and ever and ever. I never had no problems. I looked at them tires, man. Them tires was bald as ever. I said, okay.
How you know though? I know they tell you to put a penny in it. Right? And a penny in the rim or something, and you'll be knowing if they bald or not.
A quarter.
A quarter, do a check test.
And that's what it is. You know what? Especially when you're not driving the car a lot. You don't notice everything that it could possibly be going on. And it was my fault. I should have been checking the tires anyway.
Well, you got...
I should have been checking the tires on both cars.
You really... Let's be honest. Very honest. Sometimes you get too busy with life.
That's
and
what happens.
You just don't think about it.
That's what happens. You're still rolling. I mean, you change the oil because the light comes on. And
we supposed to do that every 90 days.
The next change.
Check engine.
Not
oil.
to check engine.
Check oil.
Most newer cars, they tell you that you have a service due. Like
and we tend to sometimes ignore that service. That light can be on for another year.
Depends on what you're doing. Like when we were doing all that traveling, light popped on. I was okay. We gone for months. And so, yeah, you way past the date, but it wasn't like you was driving it hundreds and thousands of miles during that time. But,
ooh, excuse me, y'all. Ooh, excuse me to the pad. This is good.
Meat's real good.
It has that smoke taste.
I'm out here just meeting it
it's
up.
It's real barbecue. So that's a plus, y'all. I'm going to finish all mine. But tell them about that accident, baby. I think you already said that.
Oh, man.
And,
so,
it was crazy.
This was probably like
20 years ago.
Oh yeah, we just met. We wasn't even in the car.
No, it had been 21 years ago.
It was a long time ago, y'all.
Right.
So anyway, this is what happened. We all worked at Motorola. And one day I was getting off of work. And I was driving back to Rockford. About a 50-minute drive or whatever. And at that time of day, it's a lot of us driving back to that same area because there wasn't nothing around Harvard, Illinois, where the Motorola plant was. Ain't nobody really stay in Harvard. So most people either stayed, east towards Chicago or west towards Rockford. So a lot of people from Motorola was traveling. So anyway, I saw this guy come around. He's in a white, he was in a white Ford Probe, I think. No, yeah, he was in a white Ford Probe. And speed limit is like 55, I think. Because it's one of them country roads.
It was 55.
Yeah, so speed limit like 55. They come flying past me, y'all. I'm just chilling. They come flying past me. In front of me is a little Commonwealth Edison car. If y'all from Illinois, y'all know them little Plymouth Horizons and little egg cars, little hatchback. To the Commonwealth on the side. And it was an older lady in it too. And I saw her, so now we're approaching a hill. We're approaching a hill.
It's sad, y'all.
And the double line is in effect already. So you're not supposed to be passing. Because we're approaching an uphill. And this hill is huge, y'all. You cannot see at the top of the hill. This is why it's a no passing zone.
They tell you don't pass, right?
So, the Ford Probe comes flying around me. Black dude in the car. And then this girl comes flying, chasing him like they racing. And she's in a Mustang, Ford Mustang.
And my husband like, this not that serious.
I'm like, y'all crazy.
Right.
So we're at the bottom. I'm at the bottom of the hill, right? When they come flying around me. And they get to, so the Ford Probe makes it around the Commonwealth Edison car, right? And now they are at the top of the hill, nearing the top of the hill. You still can't see over, but they're nearing the top of the hill. So I see this Commonwealth Edison car, this little bitty hatchback, start pulling over to the side of the road real quick. I'm like, what's going on? And then the Mustang comes up on her left side and literally fishtails trying to get back into the lane because there's a semi coming. There was a semi coming at the top of that hill. And let me tell you what happened, y'all. I'm looking, all I seen is a puff of smoke. I saw the back end of the Mustang fishtail, and then I just saw a puff of smoke after that. And so what it was the back end of the Mustang was sideways like this. The semi hit the back of the Mustang, spun it around underneath the trailer of the semi, and then ran it over again. And when I got to the top of the hill, all these cars pulled over and everything. I kid you not, the only thing that was left for this Mustang is the cabin. Like, it's the whole front of the car is smashed into the cabin, and the back of the car is gone. I'm like, it's just little bitty cabin. The doors you can't open. And so this guy, the guy in the Probe, he stopped and he started coming back because they knew each other.
Man, that's crazy.
He starts coming back. They rolled, the window is down or broken out or whatever, and he starts talking to this girl in the car.
She's okay?
She keeps saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And
oh God.
He keeps trying to give her mouth to mouth. And I'm thinking to myself, she's talking. Can't give her mouth to mouth. You know what I mean? Because that's not why she can't breathe.
It's because her
ribs are probably broken.
Her ribs are broken.
And that's why she can't breathe. So literally, they had to, because when you're in an accident situation like that, and you're a witness to the accident, you're not supposed to leave the scene of the crime. You're supposed to stay there and report to the police. But I didn't really see anything, right? So I'm still there. I'm there with everybody. The guy's over there on the side of that door trying to, give her mouth to mouth or whatever. She's still talking about she can't breathe. And then Flight for Life comes, the helicopter comes and lands. They had to get the jaws of life that literally cut the door off this car to get her out of it. And they fight for life. I never knew if she survived it at all after that. I don't know. Because you know how it is. They airlift and then you gone.
We were talking about that. We've been talking about that. We have been talking about that thing for years after that.
I've never seen nothing like it. It taught me a lesson, though.
Sometimes because you have such an impact. Well, I know that's how you
It reinforces a lesson. The rules of the road are important. When they say don't pass on the hill, they mean that. They mean that. It's for a reason.
And sometimes you think that you've been doing all... See, they probably have passed that hill before.
Mm-hmm. And did that before. And got lucky.
Right, and didn't know.
I just don't know why you wouldn't be at least cautious in that situation.
Baby,
you could always catch up to them later.
They're young. When you're young,
oh yeah,
your logic don't kick in quick.
That's like me. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me. I had just met her. Love that girl. By this time, I love her. By this time in our relationship,
we weren't married, y'all.
I'm in love, y'all. She was on her way to work.
Right.
Now, her shift started an hour after mine. I think this was before we were carpooling. So I'm at work. I literally had just got to work or something. Mm-hmm. And I get this phone call from the police station talking about she was in an accident.
That's all.
Man, that's all I needed to hear.
He left his food at the table.
I was sitting at breakfast. And I left everything. Got up, told my boss I had to leave. Got in the car. And at the time I had this
Taurus.
Ford Taurus.
But it had an engine.
It was a show version, y'all. Had duals on it. Had a nice little external fan, switch and all that stuff to kick it up.
It was a police S car.
Like that. So I hop in this car. And that same stretch of road, y'all. That same stretch of road that was 55. I'm going to tell you right now. I was doing a $105. Trying to get to this girl. Now I know that wasn't the right thing to do. But there wasn't no cars. And I was gone. And I said to myself, listen, if the police catch up to me, they're going to be giving me an escort because I'm not stopping. That's what I said. Because you get one of them calls, man, you like in full panic mode. And then they wouldn't give me no information.
They didn't give him nothing. That's what I said.
They wouldn't tell me nothing.
Listen, y'all, when he got to me, it was a little bump. A little dip.
I didn't know nothing. Listen, the police should have said, she's in an accident. She's fine.
Okay, right. She's fine.
They didn't tell me that. They just told me you need to get here. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm in full panic mode.
After that, guess what? You do. Go pick out a ring 2 days later. Wanted to marry me. We was married like a week later.
Listen. Don't miss your water. Your well run dry.
I promise y'all. About a week later after that incident, a week or two, we was married.
Like, I realized I must really love that woman. For me to be doing all this. Sometimes it take me in like the incidents, you know. We crazy sometimes.
My husband crazy, y'all.
Mm-hmm. But man,
there's probably a man out there yelling at the screen thing like, speak for yourself, dude. Come on, we crazy.
Listen.
I ate all this food.
And I'm not to be crazy like that. It's just that, you know, a lot of men ain't trying to settle down and put no ring on it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter. Like, you can be in love with somebody, and that could be your main, and you're still thinking about a side.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Side piece?
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, a lot of men don't think like that. So.
Yeah, because the commitment is a lot.
It is.
We were just talking about that with the remember we was talking about, just think, if you had to go to different separate households, take care of this household.
And
Pay bills in this house. Because we was thinking about, we at the Atlanta apartment, we got to pay bills. We got to pay bills at the Ohio apartment, we got to pay bills. Then Darius got an apartment out in Arizona.
This is where I came
It's like, because we were with the soap, yeah. So I was gonna take a bath, right, y'all? So I got the bath water taken off. So he was like, "Where the soap at? Where
I want to know if we had shower soap or
shower soap?" Because we have just got back from Vegas and we got straight to the house. And I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "No, we bought some." I said, "I promise you, we got some."
We done stocked up Darius' place.
We done stocked up.
It's just so many places.
It's so many places that we've been that we have stocked up and went to Walmart and Target to buy soaps and stuff. And we was like, did we buy something for this apartment? We don't even know. And we did.
And that's what got us to talking about.
That's what I said,
what if you had a family?
What if you had a family and you had one, like that man that was in Lifetime, y'all, that had that doctor that had 3 wives.
3 wives.
He ended up dying of a heart attack because he was taking care of 3 homes.
I would have done that too. I would have died of a heart attack. Let me tell you something.
That's too much.
I'm not a liar, y'all. I'm not good at that at all. So for him to keep 3 different sets of stories, I want y'all to imagine that. You the husband of one wife, you a truck driver in that family, and then you some other job where maybe you're a flight attendant or something in the other family, because you got to be able to explain your trips and you not being at home for a week or 3 days or whatever the case may be. I don't know how that doctor did it. And then you have to have a really good job because you're supporting all these people. Meanwhile, you ain't got 3 different jobs.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He was a doctor. That's why he can get away with it. I'm on call. Right.
So, let me tell you when it started to break down for him, though. When the lady called him and said, "You didn't pay the mortgage." He's like, "I did pay the mortgage."
He's like,
"Yeah." Bank calling his wife. He's like, he didn't pay the mortgage 3 different places.
And then
or at least 2.
And then they finding out little jewelry things, like receipts of jewelry that was purchased. And they said, "I didn't get no jewelry." He must gonna be surprising me with this jewelry piece because I didn't get this part.
It was crazy. And he had multiple sets of kids.
Christmas, y'all. I finished my food.
I
ain't get to bed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Having a Christmas Eve with this family. Christmas Day with another family. Day after Christmas.
Right.
I get home from my trip the day after Christmas.
Right.
So I spend Christmas
right.
with y'all.
He was doing that too, y'all.
He was doing that. All right.
I said, this is crazy. I would dare live a life like that. It ain't that serious. Cheating is not that serious. When you sit up here trying to get this, you will lose your mind.
He had a whole family, so.
He had a whole family. Especially like my husband. Like my husband with me all the time. We with each other all the time. When I say
there's
all
no
the
way
time,
I could explain being gone.
He didn't know what he
did.
Right. There's no way. I'd be like, okay, because he don't have no friends. He don't be kicking it with nobody.
No, Dad, I got friends, but I don't be kicking it with kids.
Well, what I'm saying, you ain't got no friends where you be like, okay, let's go down
a week here, a week there. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so.
Right.
He's not like that, so. And we out here by ourselves, y'all. And when we do go out, we going out with couples.
I should have got 2 waters. Oh, you know what? I got another water over here.
I'm about to say, we can go get you another one, cuz.
I got another water over here. That's good, though.
Very good. We finna close out, y'all.
Listen, y'all know how tempted I would have been back in the day.
If they had barbecue sauce,
that was all sauced up, man. Y'all had some sauced up bread and fries. Oh my gosh. But you know what? You know how they say you're not you when you're hungry? I like me better on keto.
You do?
You ever like yourself different on a different diet? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Why you like yourself better?
You cereal dieters, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, because you don't go to sleep when you at that time. When you
like when I was
that was a piece of something.
Listen, you know how it is when you good thing I had no sauce. When you on certain type of, or you ain't on no diet and you eating like all this stuff and then you feel some type of way afterwards, you get that, that feeling, that sleepy feeling.
Yeah, and so you don't get that on keto. That's why I was telling
You do
y'all,
not get that
when
on
you
keto.
low carb or you doing seafood and this and that, and you're not eating a lot of carb, you do not feel
you
heavy.
have
Like
energy.
I just ate some French fries, but it's not that bad. I'm still got the energy. I can still go somewhere and be cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I found out too. Like, you can be on a low carb diet. Doesn't mean you don't have no carbs.
Right.
Like you
You
know,
can have
if you've been
carbs.
going for days and days and days, and you at a carb deficit, and you have 50 grams in a day, you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, you know, like she had that little,
Wait, baby.
whatever. You know, so like she had that little whatever, you know. Yeah, it's not gonna phase you like that. But when you are like on a normal diet and you consuming all this stuff, and it really, really, really depends on what kind of person your body, what kind of body you got.
Yeah.
Like however you deal with sweets and in your DNA and how that works. Because certain diets don't work for certain people. Period.
So true, y'all. It's like your body type. It's like literally, sometimes your body type somebody could be doing the same diet you do, and they don't lose as much weight as you do, or body won't do nothing. They will reject it. You know what I'm saying?
It just is different. Like, and sometimes some diets you struggle on a lot more than others because it's just not meant for you. It's just not meant for you. It don't fit into your lifestyle. You know what I mean? Your body don't react the same way. But like for me on the keto, I'm good. Especially after it's been like 3 days. Like I don't have, even coming back on, because I took a little time off in Vegas. I didn't go crazy. I still ate pretty much the same thing.
Let me tell you what this man
I
did.
had a dessert, and then and then I just came right back on, and 3 days, boom, I'm right back in, and I'm into the groove, and it's like nothing, and I have no problems getting back in.
And let me tell you, so that's what y'all have to do. This is understandable. This is something you got to catch this. The thing about it is when you're doing any type of I don't know say diet,
Eating
a new
regimen.
way of eating or whatever you do, you have to keep yourself. That has to be your main thing to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like keto is my main go-to, right? However, I still eat carbs.
Right,
I just eat them in moderation.
Right.
You got to eat it in moderation and don't deprive yourself, because if you deprive yourself of anything, you are going to end up binging on that certain item. You know what I'm saying?
Or you just ain't gonna be happy.
Or you ain't gonna be happy with yourself. You're gonna be depressed. Like, okay, they can eat this, but I can't.
You
and this and that.
constantly depriving yourself.
Constantly depriving yourself.
And you know what?
And my thing is, at the end of the day, if you find yourself doing what he did, because when he was out in Vegas, he ate what he wanted to eat, but you know what? He was eating very small portions of it. Very small portions of it, but he ate anything he wanted to eat, and he was satisfied. He didn't have to worry about doing this, doing that. And then when he got back, he's like, okay, we're on vacation.
Down.
Let's go back to being strict on myself. So he was very, very strict. And this dude went down 4 more pounds.
I fluffed up, like, you know, you got that little approximation
fake
as
weight.
you go back and forth with just eating and eliminating. Is usually a couple pounds, right? So before I went on vacation, I was down to 209, fluctuating between 209 and 211. On vacation, I was good. I had a scale and I was weighing myself, and I could see it kind of ticking up a couple pounds here and there. When I got back to Atlanta, now this could be scale difference too. Got back to Atlanta, and I was up 4 pounds. I was like, oh yeah, it's time to crack down, get it going. Cause I know I was telling her, I was like, this is gonna be good for me this week off, because when I come back, boom, the weight loss is gonna speed up. Boom, we're gonna go back.
Yeah.
Man, within 2 days, I lost them 4 pounds, and I'm back on the track.
Right, where it was before, and I'm like, okay, and
that's
I'm
what
like,
you gotta do. You gotta trick your body.
You gotta trick your body, y'all. And not only that, it's not always tricking your body. You also gotta be able to be smart about this thing. You know what I'm saying? This is not. We don't call it, it's not his diet. It's just that his way of living. Because my thing is, I didn't have a diet. I just adapted to being a high protein type of gal. Because when I was pregnant with Darius, after I have Darius, I did a low carb, and we was doing Atkins.
Oh yeah, we was doing
so Atkins and this and that, and you know, and you start to lose weight, and then all of a sudden you adopt to that, where I stopped buying breads. Right?
She kind of merged it into her lifestyle.
And then
that, I didn't.
And then I merged into his lifestyle with the bread, because he'd be like, dang, ain't no loaf of bread in the house.
Man, we was doing
our family never been big on a whole bunch of sweets and all this stuff in the house. We have never been that, we kind of weaned off of that. It was before, because I used to eat ice cream like crazy. Remember the butter pecan?
Yeah, I remember the butter pecan.
But now we weaned off of that. It was to the point where it was nothing. So, you have to do that. And now he's okay.
Some of it just comes with age, man. You just get tired, and you just like, you know what? I've been doing this for this many years. You get a certain amount of resolve. Like, I'm older. I don't need to be playing no games. You know how stuff stuff mess with your body. Oh, you eat cereal before you go to sleep, noodles before you go to sleep. You wake up, stuff happening to you, stuff coming up and all that stuff.
You know that. You know what the eye he was talking about? It's when you go to sleep on your food. Don't you hate that? And then it comes up through your nose and your.
Oh my
God! Listen to me, y'all. That happened to me one time.
I remember it too.
My husband.
Because it used to happen to me all the time.
He used to happen to him all the time. So I'm like, really, baby?
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? And I'll be patting him in the back, saying, "You want something to drink? You want something to drink?" And all stuff. And it would be crazy, y'all. But then one time it happened to me. I thought I was dead. Listen, y'all know I'm a drama queen, but that took it to a whole nother level.
It sure did.
I felt like I thought I lost my life. I said, oh no, this is what he experienced? Ain't doing this no more.
Because what happens
will be digested before I go to bed.
Your throat is burning. Acid is not meant to come up in your throat. Your throat, your whole nasal passage is just roasting. It's just like just sitting there just cooking. Yeah, so you learn over time not to do that. Like, I know there's certain things I can't do. I just can't do. And, I think that's the hardest thing about, like, being a diabetic when you're younger. Because, like, if you were a diabetic, I'm not a diabetic,
right.
but the reason why I say that is because I see these commercials, and these younger people are talking about how they didn't take care of their diabetes when they were younger. Because, when you're younger, you like, oh, I could just do this, and I'm going to be fine. Because you already feel invincible when you're young anyway, like you can do anything. And I think once you get older, you start to realize and take it seriously.
But
you know what I mean?
What that man said that we was talking to in
oh my gosh.
He was like, yeah, I was a diabetic. But he said, yeah, and I was
eating. I found out
he said I was strict. And then I found out you could take a pill, you could eat anything you want. He said it was over.
Shoot.
It was over. He said he eat everything. And he said he didn't
I take my pill and I eat everything I want. I take my pill. I said, I don't know what he on. I don't know. I ain't never heard of that one.
I ain't never heard of a pill that can take you. You can eat whatever you want to eat, but it is what it is. Or if you take the insulin shots, can you eat whatever you want to eat? I don't know either. Anyway, y'all.
No, you can't.
But all in all, the moral of the story is?
The moral of the story is
you can eat you can eat what you want, but eat in moderations, and do not restrict yourself from anything that you want to eat. Just do it. Like I said, if you want to slice that cake, I used to see people do that.
What?
They'll have a piece of cake, right?
Man,
but listen to me. It be this thin. And I be like, what they gonna do, boo? What they gonna do? That little thin slice.
I'm indulging myself.
And say, I'm having my piece of cake. Let me get my little piece of cake. And I'm like, they doing, what is that? But now I understand. Yeah, they done got their satisfaction of their sweet tooth. They done got their carbs in. And like that man you said that you work with, he said, yep, I have my slice of pizza. He said, no, I can't do it. He said, I can't do pizza today. I had a slice of pizza with some salad yesterday.
No, I had a slice of pizza yesterday.
Right.
So today I'm eating salad. That's what he would tell me.
I have a slice of pizza yesterday, so today I'm eating salad.
And I would be like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I have pizza every day.
Every day, and you would have like a half a pizza every day.
But I never changed. Until, like I said, you get older, you get smarter, you get wiser. And
what that book said, what's that quote you say use?
Oh, smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others.
No. The one about the food, the dietitian said.
The guy said, I got this from
Gary
Atomic Habits.
Oh,
Atomic Habits.
Okay.
It's a different book. I don't remember the author name, but look up Atomic Habits. And the guy was talking about, being the type of person that will get you the results that you want. Don't go on a diet to lose weight. Figure out what it means to be the type of person that is already skinny. What is their life like that causes them to be skinny? Don't just go after the skinny. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he said that is because in so doing, you create habits in your life that are long-term and lasting versus you just saying, I want to lose weight. And then when you get to that goal, you haven't created the good habits that cause you to do it. And then you just go backwards. That's what he was saying. Change the person that you are and you will achieve the results that you want. Don't just go after the results that you want without changing the person that you are. Come on now. That was
Hello,
hallelujah. No, but that's what he was talking about. And you know what? It hit home. And that's the other thing. That's the other thing. When we get to be adults, a lot of times us as adults, we don't continue to learn and continue to grow because we feel like we know enough to survive and we figured out how to survive. We know how to get work and do work and we know what, you know, we pretty much have figured out what life is about. But I would challenge you to continue to pick up a book and read and learn and keep learning. Never stop learning, because the more you read, the more you change, the more you grow, the more you get into information. Information don't change you. I'm gonna tell you that. Information doesn't change. There's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge that don't do nothing about it. Information doesn't change you, but it's the activation of what you know that brings about change. And if you can move on that knowledge that you just gained in small pieces and create small habits that become lasting change, you'll look up in a year, 2, 3 years later and find that you're in a different place.
Different place.
So important. But that's the moral of the story, y'all.
Yeah.
And the other moral of the story is be safe on the road, y'all.
Be safe.
Be safe on the road. Rules of the road.
And y'all try to drive safe, and then try to see if y'all can look at to see if y'all you know, rotate your tires, get your oil changes.
Yeah, put yourself on a little
Make
schedule.
sure you know. And listen, y'all. We just saying it, but we know sometimes it don't work out like that. Finances, or maybe you don't have the time. I get it. We get it, y'all. We ain't too far from there. We know.
We get it.
We know.
We get it, especially if you're busy life.
Right.
But you know, put it on your calendar. Do the same thing for your house. I got a little maintenance calendar for the house, so I know when to change out my filters for the furnace, and you know, just kind of general maintenance for the house. Do stuff like that, because it'll help you keep on track. And no, there ain't no garbage over there, baby.
That's what I'm looking for.
We'll see y'all later.
Garbage. Yeah, we see y'all later. We love y'all, and I know y'all, I ain't been with the videos, y'all, but I don't care. I'm just eating what I want to eat right now. But I gotta go back to the seafood.
Boy.
Because yeah, I've been out of control.
Been out of control? What that mean? What that do?
I'm in OOC, y'all, for real.
I'm hot up in this car, y'all. We got the AC,
Push the
y'all.
window down.
No, because it don't get wet. It's
You
raining,
don't
y'all.
get that much wet. There ain't that rain like that.
Oh, I just got wet.
No, you didn't. Just because of the...
I just got wet.
He getting on my nerves.
Right.
Anyways, y'all, I'm finna let y'all go. But anyways, I'm gonna be back to the normal videos I'm gonna do like probably 3 all week. Maybe I'll do seafood.
3 food boil?
Yeah, because I ain't did my sauce. I ain't did it.
Oh,
So all week I'm gonna surprise y'all with just seafood, okay?
But ain't no surprise.
I'm gonna bring out Curtis.
Curtis?
Yeah, I miss Curtis. Curtis missed me too. I'm gonna bring him out.
Yeah. I got Bingo. So, Bingo, my friend.
Yeah, we have a robot, y'all.
Listen.
We got an iRobot.
We love pets, but
we had a pet.
We would never get a pet because we travel a lot and we love pets, but we probably wouldn't take good care of them like that because we doing all this traveling. We don't want to be doing like doggy daycares and all this other stuff. So,
we got a robot.
We got the little robot vacuum cleaners.
iRobot.
Yeah, you know them little circle things that vacuum your house and all that stuff. And we named him Bingo.
His name is Bingo.
His name is Bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo got up this morning.
Listen.
And was waking everybody up with all that noise.
He was.
He on a schedule. He was trying to get his breakfast in. So he got up this morning.
He was early morning cleaning. And it's loud too.
I'm like, come on, Bingo.
He was all over the place. And he be out for hours, 2 hours at a time sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
And you know what? First my husband was overprotective about Bingo. Looking at Bingo like, man, Bingo, what you doing?
Bingo.
Had to run to get this.
I tried to get the cords out of the way.
Yeah, and I told him you don't have to do all that.
You know how when you have a baby, you have to
was doing
baby-proof the house. And they tell you in the instruction manual, make sure you baby-proof the house.
But this morning you did better with Bingo though.
Oh, y'all let Bingo go.
You let Bingo go. He was like, oh, let's move out of the way. Bingo's coming.
I'd let Bingo go.
I said, okay, we got it, y'all.
But
okay, my husband's finna melt
sweating,
away.
So I'm turning this
See
up.
y'all. Love y'all. Peace out. Peace, love.
What's up, my beloved?
got sauce. Smackalicious. I got sauce. Smackalicious. I got sauce. Smackalicious. I got sauce. Smackalicious. I got a craving for some crab legs. I want boiled eggs. I want shrimp. I'm a bougie chick. A whole mukbang. Gotta have that lemon rain. And I dip everything. It's smackalicious. Beat love, beat love, beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Beat love, beat love, beat love 3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.